Cracking down on Chinese-made cars. That's what U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan is proposing with her first bill, saying it would give the federal government more leeway to get certain Chinese vehicles out of the U.S.
TV5's James Felton tells us why Slotkin says a bill like this is necessary to protect Americans. James?
Slotkin says Chinese cars are becoming more prevalent in the European Union marketplace and in Mexico. That's why the U.S. needs to take notice.
I've said publicly that I would throw my body in front of the bus to prevent Chinese vehicles from flooding the American market.
That's why U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin has introduced legislation that gives the Department of Commerce more authority to keep Chinese cars out of the United States. It's called the Connected Vehicle National Security Review Act.
It's a bill that would essentially allow for the banning of Chinese vehicles from entering U.S. markets if they posed a threat to national security.
Slotkin says these Chinese cars, especially the BYD brand, have made significant strides in the European Union market and Mexico thanks to their low price.
The Chinese government heavily subsidizes BYD and other Chinese manufacturing companies, and so that the price of the vehicle is incredibly cheap. If you haven't seen one of these BYD vehicles, it basically looks like a Tesla, but it's about $10,000. The ones that they are selling in Mexico are under $10,000.
Slotkin says these cars pose a national security concern because of how they obtain and share data.
These vehicles are collecting 3D mapping information in real time. They are collecting LiDAR information, geolocation of specific drivers or specific sensitive sites.
Slotkin tells us she's optimistic her bill can become law.
When it comes to blocking China's ability to purchase things inside the United States, facilities inside the United States, or flood our markets with their products that are collecting on Americans, we think that that's like a good bipartisan space to work from. And so we feel like there's a bit of momentum on that.
Right now, Slotkin wants to get her bill to the Banking Committee for a vote. The proposed legislation would have to pass the full Senate and the House and be signed by President Trump to become law. Back to you.